Good afternoon, traders. This is Trader Tim from E-mini Today is Monday, April 24th, 2017, bringing you a Monday market analysis video. Today we're starting off with the Volatility Index, and you can see the major gap down in the VIX, breaking that prior swing low. Now, why is that important? Because as we know, the Volatility Index it's essentially a gauge of fear in the markets. And for the VIX to break down, and not only just break down, but break below that prior swing low, we can expect the S&P to move up and above its prior swing high. Good volume on today's gap up. Not a really much continuation after the morning gap, but that's okay. If we move over to the ES, we have the first close above the the 61.8% line. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about our plan for the week ahead and what you can do to prepare yourself for a potential continuation or a retracement back into the kind of consolidation area that we've been in. If we take a look at the economic news for the week, Tuesday, we have quite a bit of stuff going on. New home sales, consumer confidence, two big indications of the kind of recent months, but also what's to come. Thursday, durable good orders and jobless claims, and then Friday, GDP. As we kind of dive a little bit deeper into the E-mini S&P, this swing high, trading hours only high at 23.75 is going to be a really key level. I want to see how does the market react when we break that high. The last couple of weeks, we've been in this series of lower highs on the way down, and then we put in a higher low on the way as we got down to this 50% retracement, this 2330s. And now that we've successfully broken and closed above the 61.8, I'd like to see tomorrow if we can continue that and break that 2375. And if we do, I'd look for us to run, not necessarily tomorrow, but in the coming weeks up to 2433s and get a similar situation as we had back in February with just fantastic intraday trades, 8, 10-point winners, just a really great trading environment. If we go to some individuals, stocks like Google, Google's already made its breakout, and the NASDAQ as a whole has not just gapped up like the S&P today, but has made a new high above this recent high that we've had. The Russell, not quite there yet, and then the Dow and the S&P still have a little ways to go, but decent volume, climbing volume on a rising S&P. So if we look at some other names, I really like Amazon here. We do have earnings coming out in a couple of days, so keep your eye on that. But just a fantastic triangle pattern, looking for a strong breakout in Amazon. Apple as well is starting to look really good in terms of breaking out. Again, earnings coming up, so be careful. I don't want to have a full position on into earnings. But if we go back to Amazon, for example, getting long above a break of this little recent high back here, 910.50s. I see Amazon going to 1,000 very quickly. And with earnings coming out, that could really be a catalyst if they exceed expectation. Nice increasing volume on this last rally and just a beautiful consolidation. Other stocks like Facebook also looking really good in terms of its breakout. And then Home Depot, I think, was another one. Also kind of leading the market, if you will, acting with very strong volume as it continues higher. Relating that back to the S&P as we always do. S&P has a little bit more work to do before it breaks out, but I think we can get there. There's still a lot of uncertainty in the markets, but I think some of that has been digested, and some of that we've sort of has been priced in now to the markets. And so I think there is some room for us to run intraday wise on the E-mini S&P. That typically leads to when we can get outside of the 61.8, and this goes for the daily chart as well as an intraday scenario. When we're stuck between the 250%, it's a very clear indication that we're in a range-bound choppy market. And when we get outside of the 61.8, then we can really open up and get into a good trending market. If we can gap up again tomorrow, I would look for the first 5-minute bar to break and perhaps send us into a trend. If we drift lower in the overnight, breaking today's low would be very significant. 23.65.75s. If we break down below today's trading hours only low on the ES, then a move back down to the top of this downtrend line would be very likely. We can, and not only just the top of the downtrend line, but back down to the 2330s. Uh, you know, Drawing up the 50% from here, it really just coincides with that apex, the top of the downtrend line. Another thing being just through options expiration. That options expiration Friday is typically a wonky day, and the week leading up to it can be a little bit screwy as well. So we got that. We're past options expiration, even though we're looking at the futures markets. I think we've got some really good trading opportunities going forward. You can take a look at Thursday's video where I ran through the trades from the morning, and you can just search E-mini Mind on YouTube. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out all those videos, trade setups, walking through Thursday's trades. I think a lot of people found that super helpful. And we always do live trading on Tuesday mornings over at eminimind.com/VIP. I hope you check it out, and if not, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.